So now you've got this startup. What were some of the things that you guys did to get the momentum going, knowing that you were up against giants?
We never really paid attention to the outside world. We just kind of focused on our product and our product only. We've always ran the business from the sense of running a business. Of course, you can't spend money if you don't have money in the bank account. We knew that every other business that's out there that raises money, all that they're doing is they're trying to show private equity buyers. You know, if you think about private equity, there's generally a person who's leading that investment fund. He raised millions of dollars, he or she raised millions of dollars, and he's on a clock, or she's on a clock to saying, I gotta go invest it into something. And all you're trying to do is package up any sort of business idea to these people and hope you can get their money. And then you're trying to continue shaping up the business. Doesn't matter if it's profitable or not. When can we get our next buyer so that the first private equity or VC is made whole? And we just didn't like that model. I don't know how to run an unprofitable business. You know, I look at the bank account. If there's not money in there, I'm just not spending. I don't know how to spend beyond my means. And my partners are the exact same way. So we don't know anything else. So from that point, it was just always conservative. It was always us building. It was always us doing customer support. And until we could afford it is when we started hiring our first amount of people. But it was always making sure that we had the culture of, hey, when somebody has a problem, jump on and help. You got to maintain that and asking the question, now that I helped you, do you know anyone else that needs this software? And that virality is what kept going off. And you know, it's not to a certain point where that one person just happens to know the other right person, and that person has a huge audience, and they're preaching all the good stuff that we built there. But yeah, we continue running that same mindset and how we've run it today.
You asked for referrals. Imagine that. I mean, you expect, you know, a successful 1 million users, correct?
Yeah, we have about a 1.5 million active users a day.
So you expect, you know, a 7-figure user company, which, you know, Phone Sites has like 5 figures, and that was very difficult. So, I mean, that's a lot. I know we hear like those are billion users on Facebook or whatever, but that is a ton of paying clients. But they did it by asking for referrals. Hey, what are 2 people that you know could use this product? And I think a big takeaway lesson from that, just a little quick tidbit right there, is if you're really serving your customers, if you're really doing what's right by them and you're in it for them, not just what you can put in your pocket, they'll be more than happy to send you business. I think a lot of salespeople in this instance, and this is for your salespeople, because I don't think we're salespeople in this room other than the sellers, CEOs that have worked our way up. But a lot of times the salesperson doesn't ask for referrals because of, I believe, 2 reasons. Number one, they feel like they got lucky and they don't have a good product or didn't do a good job, and that person just bought. You know, like when I worked at the car dealership, for example, a guy would go in and you know, they would negotiate back and forth, and they almost lost the deal a few times, but the customer got exhausted. They buy the car, and he's like, man, I don't even want to talk to that guy before he goes back and finance, because I don't want to lose the customer. I've already made it this far. And then they don't want to ask for referrals because they didn't feel like they do a good job. The second reason is just lazy. You know, you just think, you know, hey, I'm doing my job here, and you didn't think or you didn't take the action to ask for referrals. This guy, he's asking for 2 on every call. Hey, not who do you know? It's like, what 2 people specifically? That's brilliant, but think of the difference. Everybody says, hey, who do you know that would like this? Oh, a bunch of people, man, I'll send them your way, versus the specificity of what 2 people do you think would enjoy this product, and then grabbing their information. The way that question is phrased is so much more powerful. The reason why I'm sharing this like larger analogy with you guys is that's the conversation to go back and have with your team. Brandon, they're on a roof. You guys do a great job on the roof. All the nails are gone from the ground. Hey, what 2 neighbors or friends do you know in this area that we need to go take a look at theirs too? Not who do you know that I should talk to. What 2 friends do you have in this area that I should go take a look at too? Same with you with PDR. Hey, what 2 neighbors that maybe got there? I think using, because everybody says, who do you know? The fact that he used the phrase, what 2 people do you know, is a pattern interrupt for getting referrals, and it's phrased differently than every other cheesy salesperson out there asking for referrals. So it's really brilliant. Did you think that deep into it, or was it an accident?
No. Okay. There was no thought into it, but okay. But we are a very persistent 3 partners, and when we would ask that question, it was just, you know, by chance that we figured out, oh yeah, we asked for 2, maybe we'll get 1. But then we would always make it awkward to basically be like, oh yeah, cool, can you connect me to this person? And they're like, yeah, of course. And it's like, no, before you get off, can you start a group chat? Can you get us on a Facebook Messenger? Can you text it? can you just invite them to the Zoom call and we'll just hang out here for the next 5 minutes awkwardly until you bring that person in? And because we had no other choice, we needed to grow the business. And so if I can't get that referral from you, I don't know where my next sale is coming from. And we just kind of had that innate to us of, I don't like doing sales, but you know somebody, so I should just give you more time to go bring that person versus me going to figure out where I need to start selling at.